Hey there everyone, welcome to the UkeStuff channel. Today we're going to do a tutorial for the ukulele play-alongs of the song We're Going to Be Friends by the White Stripes. This song was used in the Napoleon Dynamite movie and also is used on the podcast Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. So what we're going to do in this video, first of all, is we'll go over the chords you need for soprano, concert, tenor, GCEA ukulele. Then we'll go over the chords you need for baritone DGBE ukulele. And then we'll talk about strumming, which is really going to be picking in this song. If you want to support this channel, there are three things you can do. First of all, you can like the video. Second, you can subscribe to the channel. And third, you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you for making this content at www.buymeacoffee.com/UkeStuff. I want to mention that I have a few things for sale at buymeacoffee.com/UkeStuff, which would include 2 chorded melody books in EPUB or PDF format, also some ukulele picks, and then also my video ukulele method if you are a teacher. My books are also available at the Apple Bookstore, as well as for Amazon Kindle and in print at Amazon, although for a little bit more in published printed form. All right, so let's begin with the chords you need for soprano, concert, tenor, ukulele, GCEA. I'll be using this instrument. This is my Islander by Kanalea MC4 laminate mahogany ukulele. All right, the first chord you're going to need is the G chord. Then you're going to need the C chord. Then you're going to need the D chord, and you can play D chord a number of ways. The way that I usually play it is like a tiny G7 chord. So I put my first finger at the top of the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and my other 2 fingers around it, making a tiny like G7 shape right in the space of that fret. However, for some people that won't work. It works well with my men's size large hands. Some people will go fingers 1, 2, and 3 in a row. Some people go fingers 2, 3, and 4 in a row. Some people will do it with 1 finger and lift up and avoid the 1st string. Some people will use 2 fingers. It's whatever works for you on the D chord. Then we have the A chord. And then on GCA, we have a special chord, which is going to be a bar chord. You have to go up to the 7th fret. You probably have a dot on the side of your ukulele. On some ukuleles, like Kamaka, that is the only dot on the side. And you put your finger across all 4 strings right above the middle fret, and then you pull against the fretboard. That will give you most of the sound you need, and then you add your thumb behind for some support. And this is only the last chord of the song, but you'll play all 4 strings for a G6 chord at the 7th fret of the ukulele. And those are the 5 chords you need to play We're Gonna Be Friends by the White Stripes on soprano, concert, or tenor, GCEA ukulele. Now let's talk about baritone. For baritone, I won't be using baritone. It'll be this instrument. This is my Tom concert ukulele that has Pepe Romero baby baritone strings on it that allows me to play the ukulele like a baritone without switching to larger string spacing when I play concert ukulele most of the time. The first chord you'll need is the G chord. Then you'll need the C chord, then the D chord, then the A chord, however you play it. I will generally play the A chord by putting my first finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret at the top, and then my other 2 fingers around it, sort of like a tiny D7, but that works well for me. Some people will use fingers 1, 2, and 3. Some people will use fingers 2, 3, and 4. Some people will use 1 finger and make a bar chord, but lift up like that so that they don't hit the 1st string. Some people will use 2 fingers. It's whatever works for you. And then at the very end of the song, the last chord is a G6 chord. And those are the 5 chords you'll need to play We're Gonna Be Friends on baritone DGBE ukulele. Now let's talk about strumming. Okay, as it comes to strumming, first of all, let's go over the rules of strumming. First of all, play the right chord at the right time. Second, keep a steady tempo. And third, no matter what you do, make sure that your strumming or picking matches the song. And as long as those 3 things are true, whatever you do is right. There are people that get really caught up in the right pattern, and there is no such thing. Part of it is that you're making a cover, so you can do what you want, but just again, make sure that those styles fit. Now on this song, I hear a picking pattern. If you were going to strum, I would just go down, up, down, up, down, up, because that's gonna match the picking pattern. So if you're gonna have to strum, just down, up works really well. But to everybody else, we cannot perfectly match the picking that goes on in the song because we are missing 2 strings that you'd have on a guitar. So what we're gonna do is imitate what the guitar does without being able to replicate it perfectly. So on GCEA Soprano Concert Tenor Ukulele, also on DGBE Baritone Ukulele, which I'll show you in a second, what we're gonna do is we're going to pick string 3, then pick strings 1 and 2, then pick string 4, and then pick strings 1 and 2. So it's gonna go 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. And then we just have to speed it up and change chords when we need to. Be ready to switch to C. Back to G. And you'd go through the whole sequence like that and just change when the chords change. So that picking pattern lasts through the whole song. So it's 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, just fast. And yes, you can, just take it slow and it will come over time. And in fact, what will happen is at some point, it will no longer become something you have to think about. You'll just do it and not even worry about it, which is pretty cool. Now let's take a look at baritone. Now in baritone, we have the same 2 chords, just different shapes. So here we go. First chord is going to be a G chord. And what you'll do is you'll pick string 3, pick strings 1 and 2, pick string 4, pick strings 1 and 2. And then you just do it faster. Then a C, back to G. And really, that's it. That's all you've got to do. 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. And just like with GCA, eventually this just becomes mindless and you can do it all day long and not even think about it. It doesn't require a lot of force or anything. You just let it go. I threw in a D chord there at the end. All right, so with those chords and with that picking pattern, I think that's all you need to play We're Gonna Be Friends by the White Stripes. Thanks so much for joining me for this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.